I recently received the stimulus money, and after doing the adult thing and getting rid of some bills, decided to go out and look and see what kind of deals are out there. And I came across this. This I picked up for $499. And to me, that's a heck of a deal considering what I got. And I was kind of surprised to see it, considering the MSRP on this thing is $590. So this is the XDM Elite 9mm semi-automatic handgun, and it's been offered from Springfield Armory for a little bit of time now. I just never delved into one. So first off, I know people have their opinions on Springfield Armory, whether good or bad. It's not really what this video is about. I just want to focus on the product here. I will say my one little thing regarding that subject is Springfield Armory has messed up in the past, and so has other gun companies such as Ruger, Glock, Colt, Smith & Wesson, to name a few. So I'll just leave it at that. I'm focused more on the product. Is the product worth the amount of money that I paid for it? Short answer is yes, and I'll just go into the reasonings why. So this is a full-size pistol, and I know a lot of people are familiar with the XDM lineup that has been offered for years through Springfield Armory. I've owned some XDMs before. I've also owned some standard XDs, and I've had my hands on the old XDSs and whatnot years ago. And the handguns were always pretty good. There could be arguments saying, are they the top of the line combat handguns? That could be discussed. I don't consider them top of the line, but I do consider them a solid middle ground. And one of the things that I like is their reasonable price that I usually see in gun stores. The fact that this was only for $499 kind of took me back. I expected it closer to $600, right in line with their MSRP, especially these days, this being March of 2021, the firearms sales situation being what it is. I expect things usually to be up at the MSRP or a little bit above. But with that said, let's just go into, I'm just going to go over a couple specs of this gun. It's a 9mm, and the barrel is 4.5 inch hammer forged steel. It has the melanite finish, and it's a 1 in 10 twist. Kind of standard 9mm fare there. The slide is also forged steel with melanite. Black polymer frame, obviously. The sights have a fiber optic front and the U-dot rear, which I'm digging on this gun. Captive recoil system, grip width is 1.2 inches. It does come with two 20-round magazines, so one is in the gun, and here's a 20-rounder right here that it comes with. The weight is 29 ounces, so it's definitely a full-size gun. Length is 7.6 inches. Height is 5.75 inches, and as already stated, the MSRP is right around $590. So, what separates this from the other XD pistols and the other XDMs out there? Well, this is their Elite model. So some things that you'll notice are a little bit different. Right off, you can see the trigger right there. It's a very good trigger. It has a flat face on it. I really like how it is. I've always liked the XDM triggers, and some people do, some people don't, but I've always dug them. I've always liked the Springfield triggers on these things. So no issues there. It does have a magwell that is removable, and it comes with the two 20-round magazines. Standard grip safety like the XDM. Overall feel is very nice. It does come with interchangeable back straps here for your different hand sizes. Very good serrations on the slide. Match grade barrel. The sights on it, right there, you can see the fiber optic and the U-notch. I dig that. Some people will, some people won't. I dig that, and there were a couple models that I seen in my area. There was this model, and there was a model that had a threaded barrel and suppressor style, suppressor sights, and there are other various Springfields that were in the case too that were optics ready and all that good stuff. Well, I didn't need all that. I'm not a big suppressor guy, so I don't need the huge sights. This right here is what worked for me. I didn't see any of the longer barreled versions that they do have that as an option. Everything, the grip texture, magazine release, everything is very well done. The magazine release, slide lock, slide release are ambidextrous. Does come with a standard rail. The fit and finish of this is very, very well done. That's one thing I look for, is I can look up close to a handgun and see the fit and finish on it, see if there's any machine marks, any of that madness. But everything is nice, good to go. Sights are steel. There's your obligatory tactile and visual chamber loaded indicator right there. The slide lock, slide release, very nice, very easy to use, along with the magazine release. Sorry for bumping the camera there. The gun overall is just made very well, in my opinion. There's a lot of good things about it. Now, is it worth the $499? That's the big question. You know, are you getting a deal in comparison to other handguns that might be available on the market? So, to answer that, I'll throw a comparison in. It's not to a Glock, but to another gun that I have. Right here, CZP-10. It's going to be right around the same price range. And what I'll do here, let me take this magazine out. This is an extended mag that I have in this. And I'll kind of try and fit both of them on camera here. You can see they're pretty similar as far as the size goes. Similar in size, similar in operations. The Springfield here does have better sights right off the bat. I do dig the fiber optic sights out of the two. This just has the standard 3-dot, which is perfectly fine. But this does have better sights from the factory right off. As far as the feel is very comparable. The magazine capacity is very comparable. You're looking at 20 round capacity. The CZ is actually 19 rounds because of the difference. This has a extended magwell on it, but 19 rounds versus 20 rounds, so there is a 1 round difference. Not a big deal in my opinion. The overall size and width, let's compare it with the CZ here, is roughly the same. I don't know if you can see too well on the camera. It's pretty much roughly the same. As far as the length, everything's very, very similar in size. The trigger, CZ-P10F wins as far as the trigger is concerned, in my opinion. I just really dig the CZ trigger, but I do like this trigger as well. Takedown's easy enough. The fact that this is ambidextrous is a little bit of a plus over the CZ, although the magwell or the magazine release can be flipped. The overall function, how it feels in the hand, I don't really have a clear winner there. The CZ is one of my favorite handguns, feels extremely well in hand, but the XD feels well in hand as well. The CZ has a little bit of a better gripping texture, I think. It feels more grippy in my hand, so I'll award that to the P10. But even though this isn't as grippy, it's still extremely comfortable. I have no issues with maintaining a grip on these guns. What are you going to use these things for? Duty gun. The XDM Elite would be great for a duty gun, home defense gun, competition gun, survival gun. If your main firearm is going to be a handgun and not a rifle, if this is going to be your primary, then this would be a good choice. One of the reasons I say that is, along with the two 20 rounders, there's a 20 rounder in here and there's a 20 rounder here, what also I bought with it at a decent price was a couple 22 rounders. So what I'll do is I'll move these to the side. I'll put in a 22 rounder. There it is with the 22 rounder right there. And then I'll throw the extended mag in here. And you kind of see the similarities there. This does not have a magwell, the CZP-10, but this one does. I really dig that magwell. It's very functional, but it's not overly done. It's not very garish or anything like that, and it is removable, as I understand. I have no plans on removing it. It's not bothering me in the least. So, you know, with all that said, if you're looking for a primary type of, like a fighting handgun, this would be a good choice, especially when you have good capacity. The magazines are available right now, and one of the things I do like is when you buy one of these and you register it, you can go online, the Springfield site, and you can get extra mags for a discounted price. So if you want to stock up on mags, then you're perfectly able to do so, and it's a pretty decent discount. You save a decent amount of money, especially if you're going to buy multiple extra mags. Right now I just have these 4 222 rounders and 220 rounders. That's good enough for me for now. I'll probably get more in the future. So overall, for $499 for the gun itself, I'm digging it. I'm really, really digging it. I'm really pleased with the the craftsmanship on this. And these things with the match grade barrels, I've had plenty of experience with the XDMs in the past. I've owned them, I've shot them. They're extremely reliable, they're extremely accurate, and there'll be more to follow. And just so you know, these are the Hornady. Grab a box here so you see what they are. Just for the sake of the video, they're 9mm Luger plus P, 135 grain is what I have in here. Just for the sake of looking good on video. So anyway, the gun itself, in my area, I've seen them. I don't know what they are in your area, and the prices may vary. I saw it for $4.99. I was surprised to see it for $4.99, and right next to it was a standard old school design XD 9mm, which was for $375, which that's a good deal too. For a basic 16 round XD pistol, that's a dang good deal. I have no problems, and I almost wanted to get that as well, but it is what it is. I don't have that much money. I'm not exactly rich. Otherwise, it would have been kind of cool to get a regular XD pistol again. If anything, for good comparison videos and whatnot. So there it is. I do like the XD products. A lot of people don't. But for a good 9mm, 40, 45, for a good design, especially for most people out there, I think it's really well made. There could be an argument as far as will it stack up to top of the line guns over a long period of time. Yeah, I see that argument made. I will say this, during my time at Academy here in my state, I knew a few guys that were running XD9s as their issued service gun. They were just a service gun that was issued, and they were extremely old and beat up, and they ran no problems. And typical course of fire every time, I mean, you're looking at thousands of rounds put through these guns, and these guns were already old. I looked at a few and I was like, holy crap, that kind of speaks well to the brand. To see an old beat up XD9 that, the slide finish is about worn off, the barrel's worn on the outside, everything is just, it looks older than heck, and it's still just chugging away accurately. So to me, that speaks a lot. But in any case, be sure to check them out, look around, don't discount the Springfield Armory lineup. I think they're doing good things. There's a couple products of them that I'm not really excited about, but this is a home run, in my opinion, from them. So, all right, thanks a lot for watching. As always, put your experience with the XDM Elites in the comment section below. As always, I dig people putting in comments as much as possible, so they can watch this video, they can look at the comments, and make the best educated decision, because that's my goal. I want people to be educated and make the right decision for them. So, all right. Enough yammering out of me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I hope everybody is staying safe out there.